The Cherokee continued moving southward from the northern area of what is now New York and still further south after the terrible battle that took place in the area that is now North Carolina between themselves and the light-skinned race. The Cherokee Nation had access and dwelt upon the lands known today as Virginia, West Virginia, Alabama, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. After these great battles, it was heard that a holy man walked among them. This holy man was known as Etowah, who had come to give the people the great law. He taught peace. This was the essence of the religion. It is at this time that one finds that the Cherokee acquired the same laws of the Iroquois, for thus had Etowah given the great law that all might benefit from it. Etowah was a holy man, always dressed in white. He remained with the people long enough to teach them his ways, so that they could be instructed sufficiently in the law of love and peace. Etowah was responsible for the great peace that existed in the land once again among all peoples. Because of the peace that existed in the land, he told the people that he would soon be leaving, inasmuch as there were no more wars being fought. He promised to return to them, and that he would send teachers among the people to remind them of him and his law. He bade farewell to a peaceful people. Then the following happened prior to Etowah's disappearance. Etowah got into a canoe that was without any oars or instruments of any kind to row. The canoe went outward into the water. Clouds developed overhead and stood exactly over Etowah. Then these clouds descended toward Etowah until they had totally overcome him and covered the canoe. He was then taken up by these clouds. This event was witnessed by those who were there. It happened near a place called the Mountain of Muscoro near Lake Erie. This place is located near a town called via Roosevelt Town in New York. It was very difficult to understand the recorded word preceding Roosevelt. It could have been to other words as well, Vale or Vay. Many years appear to pass at this point before other prophets appear. However, after Etowah leaves, other prophets come down from the clouds. Among them is one called DJ Wante, who is a leader of 3 chiefs. They separate and go throughout all the land, spreading peace and harmony. They had been prophesying and preaching and teaching. It is said that after the great battles had been fought in years previous to the preaching of these 3 chief prophets, that some of the descendants of the light-skinned people who escaped and went southward returned with a great number of their own people to fight the Battle of the Skull. This is the War of the Bark Eaters, the battle of where the blood ran red. All day, many great injustices were performed in the place of Death Mountain. It was after this great and terrible battle that the people separated and became tribes. Thank you, folks. Stay tuned.